The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. The peerless Didier Drogba, just a standout hero to so many.
One of Africa's finest and a huge reputation for being a big game player.
Big games, 9 goals in 9 cup finals during his time in London. By any measure, those are pretty special numbers.
Why, he's very much adored.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Van Nistelrooy. Akanji. Messi. Rice. It's Kimmich. And it's Memphis Depay. Totti. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rice. Nicely aimed pass. And he's let fly. And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Oh, played right into his path.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Spread it left. Hazard. Oh, that's well done, really robust. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Depay. De Ligt did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's been cut out, well played. And that's gone loose. And it's Drogba.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Messi is the team's great visionary. He's a sharp little ball here. So it is still 0-0. Romero. And they've switched it over to the other side. Hazard. And it's Van Nistelrooy. And that could set him on his way. Brilliantly cut out. Serginho succumbs to the pressure. Now who's going to be first to this? Fabian Ruiz. McAllister. Look at the space here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Hazard. And it's Rice. Szoboszlai making good progress on the right-hand side. And it's Szoboszlai. And Serginho. Rice. Akanji. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Rice. And here's Hazard. Rice. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Kimmich. Szoboszlai. Back towards the middle. And here's Depay. It's Memphis Depay! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Memphis Depay actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Cerezo Osaka with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He's having a hit! It's 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. And that has not gone well. Rice. Now it's Hazard. And it's Serginho. To Messi. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Schlotterbeck. Alexander-Arnold. Fabian Ruiz, someone who is excelling big time. Van Nistelrooy. Excellent. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So straight into the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Serginho. And it's Kimmich. Looking tidy in possession here. And it's Hazard. Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? Swings in across. Fabian Ruiz. Picked out brilliantly. Rice does really well to win the ball there. Szoboszlai. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Drogba is onto this. Oh, shooting chance! Just the wrong side.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Looking for the run. Pacho spots it and intercepts. DiMarco getting forward. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Rice. Kimmich. Serginho. So we've reached the hour mark. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Schlotterbeck gets it away. Hazard. A deeply frustrating game so far, certainly in terms of the... Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
He's having a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Drogba constantly looking for the ball into the box. Chance here to counter. All the way back. Serginho. For Szoboszlai. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Memphis Depay. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that looks a decent ball. Rice. Hazard. Now it's Memphis Depay.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here. There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
Szoboszlai. Half an hour gone in the second half. Out towards the flank. And it's Serginho. It's Kimmich. Messi. Goes for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Cerezo Osaka get their fourth corner. Szoboszlai plays it short. Can he get it through? Szoboszlai plays it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. He has found the way through. Romero can get it clear. And here's Van Nistelrooy off the post. He doesn't look too happy with that.
We're talking fine margins, very fine margins.
Numero 22 viene sostituito con il numero 8.
Cerezo Osaka have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Tries a shot!
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And that should get the job done. Just 5 minutes remaining now. And it's Totti.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's a sharp pass. Thinks about... And a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Serginho. Rice.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
Aims
recupero.
beyond the defence. Big chance! Incredible! Just incredible! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago. And the referee brings it to a close. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Milan.
And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So straight into the action. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this man, João Cancelo, is going to add so much more dynamism to his side, and he's the type of player who does well in a flowing system, in a flowing team. I like it.
Van Nistelrooy, can he finish? He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Schmeichel claims comfortable. That was good alertness. Little pass back, and the through ball. And he's got his range wrong there. No, he's not getting his way this time. Costa Curta. Azar, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, that's clever. Now it's Haaland. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's Serginho. Azar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is well cleared. Maradona, passing nice and neat. Oh, that was vital. Totti. That's a cute ball. That has not gone well. And they're quick to get it back. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's a pretty loose pass. Nice looking ball. Maldini spots it and intercepts. Great vision. And he's got the beating. There's the shot! And he hits the net. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
Drogba. Hazard. Rodri. That has been cut short. Van Nistelrooy.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now that's well seen too. Threads one in. Shot could be real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. Things already rolling. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard work.
Oh no, what has happened here? Fabian Ruiz! Just the wrong side.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
And it's Ruiz. Aims beyond the defence. And he's lost his man. And he shoots! He's delivered all right!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Yamal's cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Plays a sharp little ball here. Fermin looking to pass their way up the pitch. And he's had it nicked away. Schlotterbeck did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Manchester United have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers and
Van Nistelrooy! That's a good ball out wide. Not the most accurate pass. He shifted it to the flank. And he whips it in. Cleared away. And it's Ruiz. And this is decent chance! Now that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
well, he's never the sort to doubt his own capabilities. Always fancies himself, no matter what the situation.
McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Knocks it into space. Shoots! Oh, good finish! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Totti, he is through here. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Fermin, half an hour played now. Couldn't squeeze it through. And here is a player who is really happening. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe, there he goes, motoring forward. And a chance! And yes, it's there! Back to within one! Interesting! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal. And it's very...
Shapes to shoot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
And this is Drogba. McAllister. McAllister unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That pass isn't the best. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Oh, that was vital. And this is Drogba. Alexander-Arnold.
This is the time you need that pace.
Yamal. And that could set him on his way. Van Nistelrooy is herring after that one. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Great vision. Oh, that's superb. Big chance! And there's a goal! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Milan now in a position far more desirable.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's McAllister. Can he get onto this? McAllister has got himself a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. McAllister. DiMarco. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Milan claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Dijk has given away a free kick. Van Dijk has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. And he's well positioned. There's the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, he takes home the match ball. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got...
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So it's down to business here.
I think we're actually in for a treat here, Peter, because we get to see Hristo Stoichkov. Never one to stay in the same position. He has a lovely instinct for his trade, and his trade is goals, many of them.
Indeed, Bulgaria's best ever, surely.
Always kind of makes me feel he's going to score.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking for a runner, and he's intervened well there. Rijkaard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And that interception was most necessary. Oh, shooting chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Fabian Ruiz. Here's Totti. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Searching pass he's played there. And Van Nistelrooy! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Each side mirroring the other in terms of chances created here. One each for now. Oh, that is a good ball to find him.
Stoichkov really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now he's got space here. Oh, that's clever. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz makes a dash for it. Chance here to counter. McAllister does well to get it back. That's good running with the ball. Totti. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. It's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. Now, what about a counter-attack? Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Totti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Nistelrooy was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's a loose ball. McAllister. Van Nistelrooy receives it in a good position here. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Mbappe.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Xabi Alonso. Decent chance! Well, it's a fair try, but just off target. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Tries to play it through. Not the most accurate pass. Played towards the other side. Xabi Alonso. Nedved, great, and he shoots! He's delivered all right!
I think this is a very welcome time for a goal, Peter. There was a momentary drop-off into defence, and he was just too good a player to miss that. A special talent has given us all a very special memory.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Stoichkov. And it's half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Totti, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Van Nistelrooy! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Van Nistelrooy clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That has not gone well. And here's Drogba. Fabian Ruiz. He's a sharp little ball here. Irwin.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Irwin. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Shapes to shoot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Milan have their second corner now. DiMarco goes short. And it's DiMarco. Good take, and is he in? And now they can spring out of defence. Milan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Oh, he's burst through! He's on it, can he get away? Irwin is onto this.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nedved. Great chance! And that would have been some goal.
Nedved certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Milan are looking to go forward now. Now it's Drogba.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And they win it back again. Irwin, he's found a way through. Irwin proves just a little bit too strong. And the ball's come loose here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And a chance! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, okay, credit the good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, what a ball! And Stoichkov! And he's stuck it away! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Barcelona are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they...
He's had a shot! They are disappearing out of sight. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Barcelona find a position of real strength now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's had it taken off him.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
He's picked his way through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Stoichkov clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! And the shot! Drogba!
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Schlotterbeck kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Totti. And here's Drogba. And the shot. And the finish! Milan have their third corner. And he thumps it clear. So that's it. It is all over. Milan have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. There was to be only one outcome. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Milan desperate.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings a power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals is always an enjoyable sideshow. It's very rare he fails to leave his mark.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lizarazu. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a good ball out wide. And it's played in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. He's had it taken off him. Chiellini. Lizarazu. Olise. And he's let fly. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's been hooked away. DiMarco. Milan still without a single shot on target. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Totti. Chiellini with the slide tackle there. Now it's Olise. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Van Nistelrooy.
Might want to be careful there.
And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And here's Van Nistelrooy! And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
Out of play for a throw. Engages and forces him off the ball. Doué. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. That's good running with the ball. Drogba takes a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Drogba actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. That's really well cleared. He's looking wide. Now it's DiMarco. And this is... And he shoots! Goal! Milan! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Olise is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Lyon do have a chance to counter here. Olise. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Goes for a shot! And that's a tiny finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Can he finish? Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan find a position of real... He's having a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, good effort! No, he didn't quite meet it right. And he's been shifted off it. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's shifting through the gears here. Doué! McAllister. Shifted it to the flank. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Milan have scored 2 quick goals here.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now. You can never be short of runners into space. As
Big chance! Conte. Lizarazu. Doué. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. De Ligt. Totti. And it's McAllister. And this is Drogba. And the through ball. Oh, now, surely he can't miss. Shot, surely! He's got a goal! They are purring, truly purring. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. And that is all they have time for. Who would have seen this? By any yardstick, it is pretty much ideal for them.
well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Milan look as though they have this game won. They've been firing and scoring at will. And we are back underway. Fabian Ruiz, very much the man of the moment. Now it's Totti. Vitinha. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Olise. That's the throw. Otto.
Oh, great feat, that.
McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. It's not an especially good pass, that. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Drogba. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Vitinha for Olise. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Can he get on the end of this? That has not gone well. And the shot! It's a goal! And with that, he takes home the match ball.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. So straight into the action. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marquinhos. He's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. And it's Van Nistelrooy. Now it's McAllister. Chips it through. And he's there to belt it away. And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Torres. Oh, well played, well sorted out. McAllister. Over to the right flank. And this is Drogba. Rijkaard. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. And Silvestre. Rijkaard. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's straight offside.
Might want to be careful there.
Now it's Torres. Now it's Totti. And this is Neymar. Silvestre. Lovely feet. He has a look out. Totti, who needs just a moment to score a goal. And here's the chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Totti! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Totti really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Barcelona have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now. Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Fabian Ruiz is in a really good position out wide. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Drogba. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Totti. He's cut it out. Messi is always looking to break lines. Messi supplying the width on this right-hand side. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Torres. That's a throw.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
McAllister. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy, he's picked his way through. Great vision.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And here's McAllister. Oh, what a... It's Drogba! And again. And no mistake. AC Milan are all square. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Milan restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Akanji deals with that comfortably. Totti.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Torres is fouled. Space for him to turn and look. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Well read, and the danger is averted. Zanetti clears without hesitation. This possibly the last play of the half. Oh, good climb! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And so the action is resumed. Now it's Drogba. Now, and the shot! There it is!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And he's intervened well there. Totti. Now it's Drogba. And he cuts out the supply. Neymar is herring after that one. And it's McAllister. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And he's quick to return it. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Totti. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Now it's Neymar. Great work on the overlap.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Nice interception, well timed. Totti. Silvestre. Chance here to counter. Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. McAllister. Fabian Ruiz has a look and plays it forward. He's shifting through the gears here. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Totti. Good ball, good take. Schlotterbeck. Fabian Ruiz. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's well spotted. Driven forward. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Totti does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And here's Van Nistelrooy. And this is Totti. And that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Zanetti. Messi, who does have an assist to his name. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the pass is intercepted.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. He's being urged to shoot. Chance for a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Drogba. And it's DiMarco. Totti. And this is Drogba.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Shot a goal! Oh, he's been caught napping. Shapes to shoot! And that's a sharp finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Milan have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Nicely weighted ball. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Oh no, what has happened here? That's that, the end. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're on the way. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of... Oh, good climb! Oh, that was no routine save.
Van Nistelrooy is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's McAllister. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Played out to the left flank. Played towards the other side. Totti. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that could set him on his way. He's having a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Drogba. Shifted it to the flank. It's Ruiz. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Good read, needed to be. Cafu. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Dani Olmo. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Dani Olmo. Now it's Batistuta. Spread to the right. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Gerrard. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Now the cross. Terrific effort! And he hits the net. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Liverpool are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Yamal. Couldn't squeeze it through. McAllister. Now it's Drogba. Tries to play it through. Totti. That's the keeper's ball.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And he was quick to react. Drogba. Can he spark a counter here? And here's Totti. Fabian Ruiz. And a chance! And that's a sharp finish. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
He's through here. Azar. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Can he get it through? Nicely weighted ball. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. Not the most accurate pass. Dani Olmo, pass somewhat off target. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that's well spotted. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Ruiz. Look at the space here. And he's straight offside. And it's Batistuta, out towards the flank, tries to pass it through, can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And no, that was never going to make it. McAllister, and here's Drogba, and here's Van Nistelrooy, and this is Totti. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's a good ball out wide. Knocks it into space. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Il
That pass isn't the
quarto
best.
indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And it's Van Nistelrooy. Now, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And here's Drogba. No, didn't quite have the weight on it. Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, what has happened here? Totti finds himself offside. And for the first half, that is that. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. The second half is up and running.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Swings in across. Long ball looking to counter. Totti looking to add to his goal. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Gerrard. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Totti. And here's Drogba. Matheus Cunha is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. That has been cut short. And it's McAllister. Now there's it's Totti! Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Beckenbauer has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident.
Well, talk about being caught with
Totti!
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep...
There's the shot! And he's stuck it away! AC Milan are all square! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Liverpool have opted to make another change here. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this is Drogba. And he's played it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Referee's given a throw. McAllister. Cafu. And Jamal. Cafu. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's McAllister. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Drogba. And smartly reclaimed. Spread it left. But that has not gone well.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropped.
Fabian Ruiz! Oh, it's come off the upright. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. Milan with the corner, they're first. Into the last quarter of an hour. Drogba.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's a pretty loose pass. And that has left him in a heap. The referee's awarded a free kick. Lee Kang-in. Looking to play him in. McAllister is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Not the most accurate pass. Totti. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And this is Drogba. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That's an excellent interception.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. And here is a player who is really happening. Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful ball. He has found the way through. Van Nistelrooy! Oh, wow, that's crazy! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates,
added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Nemecha. No, that's been intercepted. McAllister.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Drogba. Milan, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And this is De Bruyne. McAllister. It's a searching pass. Nemecha. Vieira. Now Griezmann. Zanetti tries to cross. De Ligt getting this one clear. Oh, good ball. It's Inzaghi! McAllister. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And he's straight offside. And they've got rid. Nicked it back promptly. And he's had it nicked away. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. And this is Inzaghi. And this is De Bruyne. Looking for the run. De Bruyne receives it in a good position here. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Fabian Ruiz. Threads one in. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Vieira promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Barcelona always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
And this is Drogba. Oh, now he can run. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Zanetti. And it's Griezmann. Searching pass he's played there. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Vieira. Ibrahimovic. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Drogba! Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's De Bruyne. And this is Ibrahim. Oh, shooting chance! Ibrahimovic! It could only be him! A finish right from the top draw. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
McAllister is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And this is Totti.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a match.
Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact. Totti will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's having a shot! What a wonderful goal!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Fabian Ruiz. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. That's been cut out, well played. No way through. Nemecha is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Oh, that's fabulous. And that pass just didn't quite work. Griezmann. And it's Griezmann. And here's Ibrahimovic. And it's Griezmann. Can he get it through? And it's been hooked away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Griezmann. Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position I think would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona drag themselves back again. It's Inzaghi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Filippo Inzaghi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Backward it goes. Nemecha. And now they can spring out of defence. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Nemecha, Alexander-Arnold spots it and intercepts. Well read, nice interception. And it's Ibrahimovic. Thuram. And here's De Bruyne. And Nemecha. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he was quick to react. 75 minutes played. Thuram. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Barcelona really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end.
Drogba! And that's a real chance missed.
Drogba fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Attenzione alla sostituzione.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Vieira. Gerrard looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Diouf. Nicely shaped ball. Diouf. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. De Bruyne, Filippo Inzaghi, he's shifting through the gears here. Gerrard, lovely ball and a real chance now. Chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Numero 22.
Corner number 2 then.
Il numero 10, il numero 8.
Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Barcelona desperately searching for the winner here. Knocks it into space. Gerrard.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di
And it's
recupero.
Olmo. Here's Vieira. DiMarco calmly anticipates. Fernandez. Now it's Drogba. McAllister. McAllister has got himself a free kick.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 20.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Numero 2.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Can he get on the end of this? Saliba. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy, Jude Bellingham. You don't become a regular at one of Europe's leading teams at 17 unless you're very, very special. And he's the epitome of, if you're good enough, you're old enough.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Van Basten.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Batistuta. Van Basten finds himself offside. Fabian Ruiz. Totti. Van Nistelrooy shapes to shoot! He scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
And it's Neymar. Well-timed, excellent interception. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. No, he wasn't going to let him past. And here's Van Basten, and he was quick to react. Van Nistelrooy chasing after it. Beckenbauer cuts out the pass. Batistuta. Now it's Neymar. Can he get it through? Batistuta gets his head on it! And he's stuck it away! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and made it perfectly.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Batistuta. Ambitious ball here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Quality ball. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates, looking for a runner. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Van Nistelrooy. Now that looks a decent ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Good read, needed to be. Van Basten. Couldn't squeeze it through. Threads one in, and he's picked out the run. Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Persib Bandung with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And it's Ruiz. Van Nistelrooy. It's played through for him. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Van Nistelrooy. Batistuta in the hunt and looking threatening. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now he's got space here, and it's made its way to him. And he's quick to get rid. Just 5 minutes left until the break. This looks promising. Bellingham. Now there's a fine ball. Tries a shot! And that's in! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch. Sumptuous second.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Milan dragged themselves back again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Nice-looking ball. And this is Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Van Basten! My word, this guy is special! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain? And that is all they have time for. Yeah, neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's McAllister, and he can thump it away. Milan have reclaimed it. McAllister knocks it out wide. Batistuta. Silvestre. Milan can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. This is the time you need that pace.
Good take, and is he... Drogba! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful.
Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Persib Bandung appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Chance! And that's a tidy finish. And again they hit the front. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Fabian Ruiz.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, that's well spotted. Drogba looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Goes for goal! Oh, good finish! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It looked as though it got too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And here's Van Nistelrooy.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Van Nistelrooy! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
And it's Rivaldo. And here's Vieri. Tacho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Half an hour gone in the second half. McAllister cuts a frustrated figure right now, he just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Zanetti. It's Neymar! Alexander-Arnold. That's been cut out, well played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rizal. He's found a way through. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it's Drogba. Neymar. Rivaldo. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Dembele. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! It's all becoming so easy. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And the shot! And that is doing no harm at all. And he cuts out the supply.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
That's destined for the flank. Now it's Neymar. And here's Vieri. This is a promising build-up. Rizal receives it in a good position here. 5 minutes to add. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bellingham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get on the end of this? Shoots! It's a goal! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that's it. Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. How would you summarise what we've seen? Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Milan.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni...
Header! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
What a pass. One that literally dropped into his path. It was asking to be finished.
Fabian Ruiz picks it up from the goal kick. Now he's got space here. Mendes is in a really good position out wide. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Totti, he's being urged to shoot. And the shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So, a breakthrough already. Drogba. Van Nistelrooy. He's had a shot! Baresi can get it clear. Nuno Mendes. And it's Totti. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Passes short and sharp. Fabian Ruiz. Now it's Drogba. That's going wide left. McAllister in acres of space out wide. Oh, sweet feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Cafu. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Milan are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best.
Shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
De Bruyne clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Arsenal with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's McAllister. Donadoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That looks a good ball through. Drogba can be a real threat inside the box. Oh, perfectly measured that. And it's Mendes. Now that looks a decent ball. This looks promising. Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Donadoni is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's bustling through here. Arsenal have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Drogba. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have come roaring back.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nuno Mendes. Totti. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! And they've got their lead back. Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Decent chance! A corner it is then. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Van Nistelrooy. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Nuno Mendes. That's been slipped through. Lovely bit of skill. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And they can counter here. Aimed beyond the defence. Van Nistelrooy. And this is Totti. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Milan have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter.
2 minutes added time.
And it's DiMarco. And this is Totti. Totti.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
McAllister. It's Totti! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. A high-octane end to the first period, but there's still a single goal in it.
And if you
Well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second half is up and running.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Pepe has quite the footballing brain. Could be danger here. Knocks it into space. And this is Van Nistelrooy. He's through on goal here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Nice looking ball. Now it's Batistuta. Tries to play it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement.
And the finish! Totti. Cafu. Van Basten. Pepe looking to provide the solidity his team so need. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Drogba, and the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, it's a chance, surely! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, a big moment. He has spurned it.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
Baresi. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them.
The attendance for this match was
Donatoni.
60,332.
Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Drogba. McAllister. Chance! Off the post! Cleared away. That has ended up in no man's land.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He has found a way through. And that is well cleared. And they're quick to get it back. Cafu. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that has been cut short. Totti. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Van Basten. Schlotterbeck. McAllister. Milan do have a chance to counter here. And he's worked it through. And he's managed to get free. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to pull level. So close to drawing level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Donatoni is fouled.
Substitution in progress.
Arsenal choosing to make the first change. That has not gone well.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Svila sends that a long way. Fernandes. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Oh, perfectly measured that. Van Nistelrooy is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Now it's Totti, and he's intervened well there. Milan have certainly approached the game in the right way and relentlessly pursuing their equaliser. They've come close on several occasions now, and they may well get it by the time the final whistle goes. Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter: get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now it's Totti. Schlotterbeck gets across to intercept that. Now it's Drogba. Great vision. Oh, well measured. And this is Vieri.
There will be 3
Oh, that's
minutes
neat.
added time.
McAllister is always looking to break lines. Now it's McAllister, and it's Drogba. And this is Van Nistelrooy. McAllister. Good read, needed to be. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And we're done. Milan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short. Effort unrewarded.